Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Oregon Ducks taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. The hand to the running back. Got room at the 35. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's open. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. Finding an escape route. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Buys a little time. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history. And just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oregon.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Hall will throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to take the top off. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Handoff to the single running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. He fires to the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Appalachian State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Here comes the option. Good pick up there. He gets it out for the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Tight end finds a soft spot. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Oregon 0.
The Ducks are on the move. Fast motion from the offense. Hall to go up top. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Motion from the offense. This quarterback part of their running game. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust...
Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll keep it on the ground. On the move at the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Dropping back, it's open. They're trying to get to it. It's caught. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball, but I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill, but show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
What a phenomenal individual effort to getting the catch, getting the foot down in bounds. He's now setting up his offense here for a potential touchdown on this very next play.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to pound their way in.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
He's looking for a man on second down. Gets rid of it. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The option look. Now the toss. At the 35, he's got room. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And he's running in the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Wide out in motion. They'll go with a direct snap. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The hurry up now. 2nd down, clock ticking. He'll ride his man on the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. On the move. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Trying to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield, it's open. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads it downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Right back to him on the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Slings it downfield. On target to the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Defense looks like they're coming. Hall will throw it. Using his feet to buy time. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Appalachian State. Your boy KC has you covered here in the studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the move, it's Clemens. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They'll go right back to him. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Brings up.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Hall to go up top. Unloads to the right. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. All kinds of running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Obliterates him, still on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
First and goal, Oregon.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The give to the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, and the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave? The expressway is wide open. The 40. The 20. Inside the... Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He'll throw one to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period, and will carry that one into the fourth.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 35, Oregon 14.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. The 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Huge play.